Home values in Norfolk are up 3.2% in just the last 12 months. Inventory? Down over 12%. Rents are up 4.9%. Competition's fierce. And if you're watching from the sidelines, you might already be behind. I'm Terry Trexler. I help buyers, sellers, and investors here in the Hampton Roads area navigate the market with clarity and confidence. And today, I'm breaking down what's really going on in Norfolk real estate. No fluff, no hype, just facts, stories, and the strategy you need to win. Let's get started. Norfolk isn't just growing, it's getting competitive fast. If you're new to the Norfolk market or just getting serious about buying here, let me tell you, what we're seeing right now is a full-on transformation. This isn't the sleepy, overlooked city people used to think of. Norfolk has officially become a destination, and the market is reflecting that. What's driving this change? Let's break it down. First, migration. Remote workers and young professionals from places like Northern Virginia, New York, and Raleigh are moving in, looking for affordable homes, vibrant neighborhoods, and the kind of lifestyle they can't get elsewhere without spending double. They're skipping over the bigger metros and setting their sights on Norfolk because they can actually live here, not just survive. I had a client, Jen, originally from DC, who said, "Terry, I didn't even know Norfolk was on the map until I visited a friend here. 2 months later, I'm putting in offers." That's happening over and over again. Now, couple that migration with tight inventory, and you've got a market where homes in neighborhoods like Ghent, Colonial Place, and Bayview are flying off the shelves. I'm talking about homes listed on Friday, under contract by Monday with multiple offers, many of them over asking. If you're thinking, "I'll just wait until the market slows down," let me be honest, that ship is sailing. The better question is, how can you position yourself to win in this market today? Rents are rising, and that's good news for smart investors. Let's talk about another angle, income property. Because while the buying competition is real, the investment opportunity is even more real. Rent growth in Norfolk has been steady year over year, and over the last 12 months alone, we've seen average rent prices increase by over 8%. That's across the board, from one-bedroom apartments to four-bedroom family homes. And with more people moving into the area than moving out, demand is only getting stronger. Now, this isn't just great news for landlords. It's great news for anyone who's smart enough to play the long game. Let me tell you about James, a first-time investor I worked with in 2021. We found a tired-looking triplex in Ocean View. It had been on the market a few weeks longer than usual. We jumped on it. He put about $15,000 into renovations. Nothing major, just kitchens, paint, and a little landscaping. Fast forward to now, that property's earning him nearly $4,500 per month in rent. And Zillow estimates its value jumped by 35% since purchase. He didn't overpay. He didn't overthink it. He acted. And now, he's looking for his second building. Norfolk has the trifecta investors dream of. 1. Low entry prices compared to other coastal cities. 2. High tenant demand from military, healthcare workers, and students. 3. Appreciating values thanks to local development and city growth. If you've got money parked in a savings account earning 0.02%, Norfolk real estate might be the smartest move you make all year. The military and medical anchors keep Norfolk steady. Let's talk about what keeps this market grounded and why that matters so much when you're making a big decision. Norfolk is home to the world's largest naval base. That's not just a headline. It's real, stable, government-backed demand for housing. Every year, thousands of military families cycle in and out of this city, and every one of them needs a place to live. Then there's the medical side. Sentara Healthcare, Eastern Virginia Medical School, and CHKD are not only top-tier employers, they're expanding. New facilities, more hiring, a growing patient base. That means more employees, more patients, and more long-term housing demand. This isn't a city where people come and go randomly. It's a city where people come for duty, for health, and for careers. I had a client last spring, Amy, a nurse practitioner, who relocated from Charlotte. She was offered a new position with Sentara and needed to move fast. We found her a townhouse in Ghent, just 2 blocks from her new clinic. She told me after closing, "This feels like home. I'm not going anywhere." That's the kind of buyer that keeps the market solid. Even in the last market dip, Norfolk stayed more stable than a lot of surrounding areas. That consistency, it's worth its weight in gold, especially if you're a long-term thinker. The real upgrades are happening outside the headlines. You want to know where the market is going? Stop watching the news and start watching the streets. Norfolk is making moves, and most people, they're not even seeing it happen. One of the biggest shifts is happening downtown with the St. Paul's redevelopment plan. This project is reshaping hundreds of acres into a new hub of residential, retail, and green space. It's not theory, it's already in motion. Entire blocks are getting upgraded, and that's pushing value outward into nearby neighborhoods. I'm also tracking investments in transportation. The Tide Light Rail is expanding. New bike lanes are connecting communities. The push for walkability is gaining traction, with residents and developers. That's not just good for lifestyle, it's huge for property values. Then you've got revitalization projects in places like Park Place, Huntersville, and Chesterfield Heights. Neighborhoods that used to be overlooked, they're now on every smart investor's radar. One of my buyers picked up a single-family home in Barrowd Park for $145,000 2 years ago. The same model across the street just sold for $210,000, and that was before renovation. This is what I mean when I say Norfolk is evolving. And the smartest plays? They're not on Zillow's homepage. They're the ones we spot before the trend hits mainstream. The window to buy is closing faster than you think. This is where I get real with you. I've been doing this long enough to recognize patterns. And right now, we're in one of those rare market moments where the opportunity is still here, but not for long. Why? Because inventory is tight. New construction is slow to catch up, and demand from in-state movers and out-of-state investors is building like pressure behind a dam. I get calls every week from buyers who say, "I wish I had called you 6 months ago." They were waiting for rates to drop, prices to fall, or some magical perfect time. But here's the deal. That perfect time never looks like what you expect. It looks like right now, when everyone else is still hesitating. Let me be clear, you don't need to rush, but you do need to prepare. That means understanding your buying power, getting pre-approved, having a strategy, and most importantly, working with someone who knows this market better than Google ever could. Norfolk real estate isn't cooling off, it's heating up. And if you want to play this game, you've got to be ready to move when the right opportunity hits. If any part of this video made you stop and think, even for a second, then don't leave it there. Here's what I want you to do right now. 1. Like this video so more folks like you can get the real, unfiltered insight. 2. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest fear or question about getting into the Norfolk market right now? 3. And most importantly, reach out. Contact me or my team today. Check the description below. You'll find my number, my email, and a direct link to schedule time with me. This isn't just about buying a home or making a deal, it's about making the right move for your future. I'm Terry Trexler, and if you're ready to get serious about Norfolk real estate, I'm ready to help you make it happen. Talk soon.